This is the history of Royal Air Maroc from 1953 to 1994. Hi everybody, very welcome to my channel. As always, I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. So today we're going to talk about Royal Air Maroc, or RAM, in short, and we will do so by looking into a very specific time period, which is from 1953 all the way to 1994. This is part 1 of a 2-part episode because there's just so much to cover when it comes to this great airline. So make sure that you stay tuned for more content coming up soon. Now, if you have not seen my other episodes, they are readily available for you to watch. And if you think that this sounds interesting, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Alright, let's start off by looking at when the airline was actually founded. So Royal Air Maroc was founded back in the year of 1953. It was then that two small Moroccan airlines known as Air Atlas and Air Maroc merged together to create what would become the country's flag carrier. The new airline quickly established itself as a major player in the region, offering scheduled flights between Morocco and neighboring countries such as Algeria and Tunisia. During the 1960s and early 1970s, the airline began to expand its operations and started offering flights to destinations in Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. By the end of the 1970s, the airline had grown significantly and had become the largest airline in Africa in terms of fleet size and destinations served. In the 1980s, Royal Air Maroc continued to expand its network and introduced new aircraft such as the Boeing 727 and 737 to its fleet. In addition, the airline played a key role in connecting Morocco with sub-Sahara Africa by offering direct flights to several cities in the region. By the 1990s, the airline had become one of the most important carriers in Africa, and had also been recognized as one of the best airlines in the world for punctuality and reliability. Throughout its history, the airline has played a vital role in promoting tourism and trade between Morocco and other countries. In fact, in 2008, Royal Air Maroc became the first African airline to be certified by the International Air Transport Association for its safety standards. Alright, let's go back in time a bit. As I said, the airline was founded back in 1953 after Air Atlas and Air Morocco decided to merge. The airline began its operations with flights between Casablanca and the small city of If, which is located in the Middle Atlas Mountains of Morocco. The airline initially operated flights with Douglas DC-3 and DC-4 propeller-driven aircraft. In the early years, Royal Air Maroc focused on providing essential transportation links within Morocco while also expanding its network to neighboring countries such as Algeria and Tunisia. As the airline grew, it became the official carrier of the Moroccan government and played a significant role in promoting tourism and trade between Morocco and the rest of the world. In the 1960s, Royal Air Maroc began to expand its international network and started offering flights to major European cities such as Paris, Madrid, and Rome. The airline also started flying to cities in the Middle East and Asia, including Beirut, Amman, and Kuwait. These new routes allowed Moroccan citizens to travel more easily to these popular destinations and also made it easier for tourists from Europe and the Middle East to visit Morocco. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, Royal Air Maroc continued to expand its fleet and introduced jet-powered aircraft. By the early 1970s, Royal Air Maroc had become the largest airline in Africa in terms of fleet size and destinations served. In the mid-1970s, Royal Air Maroc continued to invest in new aircraft and technologies to improve its operations and provide better service to its passengers. The airline was among the first in the world to introduce the Boeing 747, a wide-body jet airliner that could carry up to 360 passengers. This new aircraft allowed the airline to offer more flights to its existing destinations and also open new routes to more distant destinations, such as the United States. In 1977, Royal Air Maroc began offering non-stop flights between Casablanca and New York City, marking the first time that a non-US airline had offered direct flights between the two cities. This new route was a significant development in the airline's history and helped to promote tourism and trade between Morocco and the Americas. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, Royal Air Maroc continued to expand its network and introduce new aircraft such as the Boeing 727 and 737 to its fleet. The airline also continued to invest in improving its services and facilities, including the construction of new terminals and the introduction of modern equipment and technology. By the early 1980s, Royal Air Maroc had become one of the most important carriers in Africa and was recognized as one of the best airlines in the world for punctuality and reliability. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Royal Air Maroc continued to grow and expand its operations. The airline introduced new aircraft such as the Boeing 747-27 to its fleet and also expanded its network to include new destinations in Africa, Europe, and Asia. The airline also invested in new technologies and systems to improve its efficiency and customer service. One of the key factors behind the airline's success during this period was its strategic location in Morocco, which served as a hub between Africa and Europe. Additionally, the airline's commitment to safety, reliability, and customer service helped to build a strong reputation and customer loyalty. Overall, Royal Air Maroc's performance in the 1990s was strong, setting the stage for continued growth and success in the years to come. Now let's take a look at what the fleet looked like during this time period. As mentioned earlier, the airline began its operations with a fleet of Douglas DC-3 and DC-4 aircraft. However, as the airline grew, it expanded its fleet to include new jet-powered aircraft such as the Boeing 737 and Douglas DC-8. In the 1970s, Royal Air Maroc became one of the first airlines in the world to acquire the Boeing 747, a wide-body jet airliner that could carry up to 360 passengers. This new aircraft allowed the airline to offer more flights to its existing destinations and also open new routes to more distant destinations, such as the United States. By the 1980s, the airline's fleet had expanded to include the Boeing 727 and 737, as well as the continued use of the Boeing 747. The airline also invested in new technologies and systems to improve its efficiency and customer service. In the 1990s, the airline's fleet continued to expand with the addition of the Boeing 747-7, a larger and more advanced version of the 747. Overall, the airline's fleet was well maintained and equipped with the latest technology, which contributed to its reputation for safety, reliability, and customer service. Alright, so as you can see, the airline played a crucial role in connecting Morocco with Europe and Sub-Saharan Africa. Its strategic location in Morocco, which served as a hub between Africa and Europe, was a key factor behind the airline's success. Additionally, the airline's commitment to safety, reliability, and customer service helped to build a strong reputation and customer loyalty. Now, as we speak, Royal Air Maroc is the largest airline in Africa and has become a major player in the global airline industry. The airline's commitment to innovation, sustainability, and customer service has helped it to maintain its position as a leader in the industry and to continue to grow and expand its operations. If you want to know more about the airline's history beyond 1994, you can check out my other video where I cover the airline from 1994 all the way to 2023. Now, since we've now reached the end of this video, I would like to extend a big thank you for joining me on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe to show your support. Your feedback means a lot to me and inspires me to keep creating more engaging content for you. Also, if you have any thoughts, remarks, or suggestions, please drop them down in the comments section below. It's always great to hear from you, and your input helps me make better videos for you. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.